Richard Dobbs, No Ordinary Disruption, The Four Global Forces Breaking All the Trends. Welcome to the new economic landscape, where four major global trends are shaping our world. The shifting of economic activity towards emerging markets, the acceleration of technological impact, an aging global population, and rising interconnectivity. As you read through this summary of A No Ordinary Disruption, The Four Global Forces Breaking All the Trends by Richard Dobbs, you'll discover how these trends have lifted billions out of poverty, reshaped urban centers, and revolutionized businesses. The challenges and opportunities presented by these disruptive forces will be explored, unveiling strategies and fresh perspectives needed to navigate the modern business landscape.
The four global disruptive trends. The world is transitioning into a new phase marked by four globally disruptive trends, including a shifting focal point of economic activity, an acceleration in technology's impact, an aging global population, and greater connectivity. These trends have been driving forces behind lifting 1 billion people out of poverty since 1990 while spurring economic growth. However, predicting future conditions and succeeding in this new world requires reformulating prior notions about how the economy works, as old ways of thinking are not keeping up with changing conditions. For instance, emerging markets are building capital-intensive infrastructure and spurring demand, even though the cost of financing continues to rise, which goes against traditional supply and demand notions. The four global trends interact in complex ways, making forecasting increasingly difficult, necessitating a shift in economic thinking. The world will become wealthier and more urban, with higher skill levels and better health than previous generations, further ameliorating the burden of poverty in remote regions. The power of cities in the global economy. The world's economic center has shifted east, toward Asia, in the years between 1990 and 2010, mainly due to urbanization. Cities are known to be productivity centers that facilitates the rapid spread of knowledge and trends. Today's cities are also attracting talented, well-educated young people. As a result, cities are becoming ready-made creative laboratories for innovative companies looking to test new technologies, products and business strategies. The speed of technological revolution. Technology is evolving quickly, and digitization and mobile internet access are the driving forces behind it. The conversion of information into digital formats has reduced entry costs and barriers to market participation, paving the way for more entrepreneurs and small companies to innovate. The internet has also grown to where 2/3 of people own a mobile phone, and 1/3 can access the internet. Companies that cannot keep up with changes in the market will struggle and potentially fail. BlackBerry, for example, failed to anticipate the smartphone revolution. If companies wait too long to adapt, they will fall behind, and tomorrow's technology will make today's obsolete. Aging population challenges. The world's rapidly aging population presents significant challenges as fertility rates fall and life expectancies rise. As populations peak and the number of elderly citizens increases, there will be fewer workers and caregivers available to support them. This has led some countries to turn to technology, such as robots, to help care for their elderly citizens. Pension systems, retirement ages, and even corporate strategies will need to evolve to meet the needs of the changing demographics. Additionally, older citizens have often been disregarded as valuable resources and consumers. This presents opportunities for companies to tap into the growing market of elderly consumers, who spend more on necessities like healthcare and household electronics. The connected world. In an increasingly interconnected world, the rise of trade, finance and migration has brought about greater vulnerability. Events that might have gone unnoticed before now have global repercussions. Despite this, the interconnected world has also opened up the market to new competition and possibilities. For instance, German startup SolarBrush has benefited greatly from the world's increased connectivity, expanding to support customers across America and the Middle East. Winning in today's global market. The world is changing, and businesses that want to thrive in the new global economy must adapt to the heterogeneity of the global consumer class. The rapid reduction in global poverty has led to a growing consumer base that is online and purchasing items. Although these new markets are growing, they are also fragmenting, and there is no quintessential global consumer. Corporations need to adapt by understanding local markets, securing local channels of distribution, and preparing for unexpected competition. Technology is also blurring business lines, and businesses must be ready to evolve and adapt to this changing landscape to stay competitive. Managing risks and opportunities in global markets. The world market is experiencing significant changes due to various factors such as growing demand and environmental costs. The rise in global prices is causing market disruptions, and as a result, governments need to find the right mix of strategies to manage risks and opportunities. By producing less waste, building better logistics networks, and recycling used products, we can find new opportunities amid scarcity. Fair regulations should be crafted in direct response to these needs, to ensure that information flows easily, and businesses are allowed to run smoothly. Estonia serves as an excellent example of how to harness information to increase productivity. The country's 1.3 million citizens use electronic ID cards to vote, pay taxes and gain access to over 160 semi-private services, such as property registration. Only through being open and adaptive to change will governments find the right method to tackle the new world's challenges and remain vigilant and flexible in policy. Navigating uncertainty in the evolving global market. The world markets have become more unpredictable and volatile since the 2008 economic crisis. Capital has become more expensive, making it difficult to invest. The demand for cash today is on the rise, and it's uncertain whether the funds required for improving infrastructure will be available or not. Companies need to tap into new capital sources and become more flexible in managing market risks to thrive in this new environment. Meanwhile, the definition of work is evolving, and companies must adapt creatively to bridge the gap between a shortage of highly skilled workers and the difficulty college graduates face in finding jobs. Investing in education and training one's own workers can go a long way in achieving this.
As we reach the end of our journey through no ordinary disruption, it's clear that our world is evolving at an extraordinary pace due to global trends reshaping the landscape of business, technology, and society at large. We can no longer rely on past experiences or outdated mindsets to predict future conditions. To thrive in this new era, we must embrace innovative approaches, understand local markets and consumer segments, and adapt to evolving workforce trends. Furthermore, governments and businesses alike have a role to play in managing scarce resources and adopting comprehensive strategies to tackle the challenges that lie ahead. Armed with the knowledge gleaned from this book, you'll be better prepared to successfully navigate the complex, ever-changing world we live in today.